Hello, hello, hello. We are here another Saturday here at the Master Relationship Mechanic Show. I am Courtney Lee Smith. I am here to help you navigate from what could have been to should have been to what will be. And I have the opportunity to introduce you all to some wonderful coaches who help you have your best relationship on this journey of life that we are on. And I am excited about continuing this month of February, having these love conversations, digging into different facets of love. And I want to make sure we have a wonderful and a lot of time to talk to Jessica Harris. I love her personally because I know her personally. If y'all ain't got it together, I love the people that I get to interview because I've contacted with them. A lot of times they're people that I use personally, but Jessica is my personal makeup artist. So she helped this old skin stay alive, stay fresh, stay beautiful. So let's get Jessica on before I give you all the scripture. Hey, Jessica! So today our scripture is from 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 through 4. And it says, your beauty should be more than come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is the great worth in God's sight. So I think it is just so perfect today. We get to talk to Jessica about being a beauty therapist. Of course, we're going to find out what a beauty therapist is. And we're going to dig into the scripture talking about what is this inner self that we sometimes neglect on this journey of life that we're not dealing with, Jessica. And as I told people, you all keep my face beat. And of course, Jessica did not do this. So this is not Jessica's bad work, y'all. This is my own skin. So don't y'all be looking at you and be like, what's she doing today? Nothing. So we cannot blame her on this look this morning. And I had in hindsight, after we got on this morning, I said I should have shown up at Jessica's and we could have done a live and actually physically did the before of her doing my makeup, y'all know, but work on my mind, sometimes it just don't click together. But next time I get my face done with Jessica, I'll make sure you all walk through the whole process with me and stream it. Because, usually if y'all hadn't heard, I don't really get my face done unless it's like a photo shoot. Somebody's getting ready to put me on memory blast, because it's going to be on a magazine cover or some different things. But I just love what she does with my skin. And the thing is, a lot of artists don't take care of your skin. They just slap makeup on or slap color on. And she takes the time to find out what I want to look like, what I want to feel like, what the whole thing of the photo shoot is. Am I having multiple outfits? It's that whole level of confidence she gives me before she even puts one drop of color on my face, which gives you just that capability of saying, hey, I'm talking to the person who is taking care of me. It's not about the person she had before, and she's just gonna slap on a look and say, do you want to look like these people? And I think in society, that's where we have really got to that duplicate looking. Oh, I'm gonna send you a picture. This is what I want to look like. I'm way too old to be trying to look like Beyonce. So I don't even need to send you no picture. It's too much work. And the thing is, we need to be realistic to work with the beauty and the uniqueness that God has given us when we show up to makeup artists. So Jessica, this thing I want to talk about, what is a beauty?
I wanted to say something because you said something really key that I love.
Oh, okay.
So one of my mantras that I love sharing with women just in general is actually being able to admire other people's beauty without questioning your own. And exactly every single thing that you said is exactly like what I want to embody and share with women in the world, because this is so important. Like, when you sit in someone's chair, whether it's a makeup artist, hairstylist, whoever, you should actually be nurtured into that and be able to be supported and be able to okay, I feel my own beautiful self. So I just wanted to mention that.
Well, you got that experience from the moment I walk in, and I like that because I've been through celebrity makeup artist. Don't say that. And I did not feel loved. And maybe because I'm not a celebrity, you all, I'm just a regular old ordinary kind of country girl that just show up every once in a while and get a little freshen up on the country face. But I just want to put that out there. Every client should feel the same love, the same attention. And I feel that when I come to you, I don't have, all of this grief when I'm trying to make an appointment, when I'm trying to get in. I don't have this pretension. You're never late for my appointments. You're never late to meet with me. Those are important things to make a person, when they come in to see you, make them feel special already before the service even gets started. And those are the things that people appreciate. So I want people to understand that if you can, I know this is a little prolonged, but this is what are characteristics of really having.
It does. It makes a difference.
Setting up to give people a feeling that you're giving them. I need to feel confident that I am your client, your priority. And that does. Even, let me tell you, I've been to some places and my face not necessarily been the beat that I wanted, but because they've given me the experience, I left out with a confidence that made my picture feel better. Well, I wasn't necessarily feeling my best when I got there. And I got to be honest, one time that I came to you, Jessica, my head was hurting. I think it was like so early in the morning. I came with my granddaughter. I had no sleep because she changed up the bed. I was like, my head is hurting. I got a long day on a photo shoot today. But I felt horrible. But by the time you got to me, I forgot my head. I forgot my eyes hurt. It was just, okay, she pulled me together. I can come through this, and that is what you want to feel. You want to feel like it's a therapy session.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this beauty and therapy. What is a beauty therapist? So if I come to you I do come to you as a beauty therapist. I come because I need you to boost me. I need you to make them feel better, not just look better. So as a beauty therapist, what are some of the things that you do so people understand the difference between just a makeup artist and getting beauty therapy?
Absolutely. So first off, as a beauty therapist, I did coin the word or the name because ultimately a beauty therapist, where you'll see it, is as an esthetician. I'm not no esthetician. I'm actually a associate licensed therapist in real life. So mental health counselor and a makeup artist, professional makeup artist. Ultimately, what I consider beauty therapy is helping women build their confidence and have that self-awareness and being able to see themselves of who they are evolving into. So I think sometimes we have to see it to believe it. And one thing what really inspired it, and I absolutely give all thanks to my husband and God in the sense of the creativity and innovation, is the fact of I love makeup shows, right? And we love seeing the makeup, the transformation, all the other things. But as a therapist, I'm like, yeah, but I've seen plenty of people and they would literally have their makeup done, everything, but they would still think and behave and see the same things and how they saw themselves before. So what was important to me is, okay, how do you actually evolve from that? How do you actually think of yourself differently? How do you love yourself more? How do you actually be able to grow in that and not just get a face beat and then you wash it off and the confidence goes with it? So that was really what inspired me into this and taking those steps. Of course, working with the eating disorder population, where that deals with self-image, that deals with body image, that deals with, your mindset, negative self-talk, all those different things across the board. And I was able to merge the beauty of that. And again, going back to not comparing yourself, but actually learning how to deal with comparison and love yourself for who you are, your own beauty features, and being able to support them in that. So, yeah.
Well, I'm giving you kudos for your husband and for God, because being having a leader in our household is very tremendous.
Absolutely.
Passion, and then being aligned so that, your mate is pushing you into passion and then you aligning with God's purpose. It always make things a lot easier into transition. So that is wonderful. So for Harris, if you need
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I always have to remember that, because I can do what I can do because of my husband, because he does support me in my purpose and in my alignment, with God, because he understands it's necessary for our happiness as women, our joy, and that actually, emanates that inner beauty that we're gonna dig into a little bit deeper. But I like what you say, that be faith, but when you wash it off, what do you still see in the mirror? Who comes back? Is it the little insecure girl? The moment that you wash everything off and your face rise, all you can hear is the negativity from people. All you can see is the little girl who got all of these things going on with her. And I have to be honest, I used to have a real issue with really even thinking that I was pretty.
Same.
Yeah, even though people would say, "Oh, you a pretty girl," or "Oh, you a beautiful woman," and people say, "Oh, I know you get sick and tired of hearing that," and I said, "Well, what? It's not about the hearing; it is really about believing it for yourself."
And that's the part.
And if you go back and look at people's behavior, you realize they really never, even though you said they were beautiful, gorgeous, and whatever, all those list of things were, their behavior, you knew they weren't confident in themselves because of their behavior. They weren't valuing themselves. This is for women. You can check how much, because we can always get up in the mirror and say, "Oh, I'm beautiful." But does your behavior align with your confidence and your value that you have given yourself? Do you trade yourself out for cheap stuff? And if you're doing that, that means you're not truly confident and beautiful, because you are compromising yourself in those situations. And
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I know you got something.
No, I was gonna say no, all of that, because here's the thing: when it comes to how you see yourself, it impacts everything. And one of the biggest things that I'm realizing even more as a beautypreneur and just someone that loves empowering women and wanting to pay it forward, I'm noticing how it affects your money, and it affects, how you, not just how you dress, but how you show up in the world, how you present yourself, how you're able to even make an impact. To be honest, I know so many women where they have, it could be the smallest thing, whether it's a beautiful smile to even just a caring spirit and wanting to do different things. But because of the way they see themselves, they actually either isolate or they just hold back what they have, the giftings that they have within them, because of the fear fear of being rejected or whatever from other people, but also how they see themselves. And it's just like, when you believe in yourself, when you're able to see that in yourself and be able to love yourself, like, no, what I bring to the world, what I bring value, it shows and exudes with just showing up into the world overall.
Yeah, because y'all know Jessica made me feel so good this morning. I showed up on camera and she said, "Oh, you look so good." And I was girly. And I was like, "Ain't nothing on this face but lipstick and some lashes." And she was like, "But your skin looks good."
That's all you need.
She always can make me feel, she make me feel so young, when I show up, I'd be like, "Woo!" I was like, you always need a person that just gives you that that rejuvenation that you need to make you feel that way. And let me tell you this, sisters, I'm talking to you all out there. Men give us compliments for various reasons. Some of them is sincerity, some of them is because they want to gain, talk to you a little bit further. But understand, when they tell you and give you a compliment, and we can celebrate each other and say, "Beautiful queen, you look wonderful, you look gorgeous," there is a lot more power and authenticness to it, because there is no expectation in return except for you to light up, get more confident, and say, "Woo, thank you for that little bit of swagger you added to my step today." And so that is that little boost. And I think a lot of times as women, we feel like we're taking something away from ourselves when we give somebody else that little bit of boost, that little bit of push. But in actuality, you're making yourself look more beautiful because you're not insecure. You're not comparing yourself. You're just saying, I'm releasing this and I can see the beauty in you because I am beauty. You can't see beautiful. You can't celebrate nobody else unless you see it within yourself first. And so that's how I do Jessica is the real deal, but it's not something that she does every once in a while. She is true to that person and who she is. And if you are looking at it, it's just a light of beauty that's within her that you can feel. You have that capability to be your real authentic self and say, hey, I'm having trouble with this. Can you work on this with me? Help me improve this area. So when I step out, I am as confident as I need to be when I get in front of a camera, when I get in front of a screen. So she knows that, you know, we as women, we got so many different hats we trying to wear, but there is an image that we want to project and we want to be able to see it in ourselves. I don't want to sit here on camera and y'all see Courtney as one way, but then I see me as a different way. I want to be a whole woman, this woman who's talking in and able to share this information in the same way. So I want to be able to pour love on you and you pour love on me, and we just in this place. So I thank you for explaining the beauty therapist, but now you told us that you are a professional makeup artist, you are a therapist. So now, which one of those came first? When they say the chicken or the egg, you know?
So I actually became a therapist or counselor first. You all, I am almost fully licensed. I'm so excited. So it's been a whole journey. So I actually went to grad school first. My master's is in clinical mental health counseling. I have been very passionate about just healing people in general, marriages, families, and of course, women, and being able to walk into that. So that's what really inspired me into going into counseling in the first place. But then came to Georgia, y'all. Came to Georgia, took me a whole year to find a job. I said, oh, I know, being literally having a master's and still couldn't find a job, and that's a whole nother beast in itself. But ultimately, my husband encouraged me to like, okay, Jessica, you love makeup. Why don't you explore that? And I was like, but I was very resistant. I'm like, I know I ain't go for a master's and then go do makeup. Like I was so not having it, but I was like, okay, we got to do something. And literally birthed out of that, which I absolutely appreciate the struggle in that time now, is it birthed beauty therapy out of this. So ultimately, it's began to invest into makeup artistry and to classes. I have a makeup mentor. I have a beauty business coach, and I invested into those things to be able to bring the luxury service that I bring now. So that's what happened. That's a story.
But you know what? The key in that story is sometimes we got to get past the paper that we have and say, okay, because
I had to humble myself.
Yeah, and that's the key. And it's not about, I don't feel like I can't do this, but it's like, I've spent all this time getting this degree. I'm going to find a job doing what I got this degree in. And if nothing else, this should speak to people on the line right now in this season of COVID. You got this degree, you got these skills, but it's something else that God say, pick up another skill, pick up another degree. So there's something that I want you to combine together to make a better version of you. Don't limit yourself to a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to, you can actually today be in the races. Next week, you can actually be on the field looking cute and pretty. That's what I'm saying. So don't limit yourself to just one thing. You have many things that you can provide. And like Jessica, all of us have this struggle in saying, I know I have not spent all my time, all my energy doing this, and this is what has happened to me. And those pivots, I'm just like, I can't believe you put my energy into this, and this is what I get out of it. But the thing is, God said, I have given you this foundation, I have given you these skills, but I need you to actually add to it. And look who Jessica has become. Like she said, the beauty therapist, because you give people a different service besides just putting makeup on their face, you're able to connect to our emotions, to the mental state that a woman is in, and saying, okay, I don't need to just put some makeup on your face. I need to put some makeup on your heart. I need to put some makeup on your mind. You know, I need to put some concealer on some of this brokenness that's going on with you. So it's all of these aspects. But the problem is you can make up somebody's outside and they still show up to a photo shoot and the picture turn out horrible. The video turns out horrible because you can't exude that confidence that you need. So I like that. And for you all, my husband is speaking to the business right now, and he says, yes, indeed, don't limit yourself. And we do. We have so many limits. And I'm gonna say this because if my husband's on the line, I'm gonna push him to a limit. He always, if it don't have nothing to do with an engine, I don't know how to do it. Okay. Let me tell you, my husband has so many skills and certifications and other things, and he walk away from opportunities because he say it don't have nothing to do with an engine. So I'm gonna put him on Front Street since he out here talking, because people offer him opportunities all the time to do fitness modeling, to do boxing things, because he is very fit. And I'm gonna put it out. His birthday coming up, and he can be 64. And most people don't realize that if you see him, he is 64 years old, more fit than most 40-year-old people. You know, he has no health issues, so he is the epitome of what a healthy Black man should be. Because we always say, they eat wrong, they do wrong, all that stuff. But he stays in shape. He's not just talking about getting people's physical cars in shape. He's talking about getting his physical self in shape. He is that. And so saying that he is a certified fitness trainer, I'll never tell nobody that. But I mean, it's just so many things. He's limited himself to a box. So we talking about these boxes. He put himself out there, and I'm going to just put him out there since he want to talk about it now. So I'm going to talk about you. Okay. And so the thing is, on that same vein, so that means we have to have the confidence to step into those skills.
Yeah.
And I'm glad your husband pushed you and gave you that grace to get into there, because otherwise I probably would have never met you, if you have not stepped into the lane. And so imagine all the people that you have meeting, all the people that you have blessed, and the investments that you have made in these different areas of your life. So those are things that people have to understand. So that when you got that journey of investing in a makeup artist, and then you see, when did you have that revelation that God was saying combine these and make this beauty therapy a whole entity?
So honestly, I want to say it was about 4 years ago. So, and that's literally when I began to starting to wrestle with the idea, because for a long time I'm like, how do I really make this work? Am I doing a therapy session while I'm doing makeup, which actually I can't do that, so that's unethical. I do have a package for that where we meet and then do the makeup. However, it took me a while to wrestle with it. I was like, okay, what does this look like? What does this mean? How do I, of course, be ethical in my standards, but also be able to provide the service where I'm able to support women and do their makeup, or just use my creative side and be able to use it in a way that is healing and it is bringing out someone's beauty. So yeah, I would definitely say it took some wrestling with. It took some time, and now I feel confident. Okay, this is what the service is. This is what I'm bringing to the table. This is how I can support and help you in a way that is structured and healing and impactful, and you can have your breakthrough that you're needing. So yeah, it took some time, but I did want to mention this when you mentioned about just being open to what God wants to pivot you in. And a lot of times, again, no shame in my game, I was absolutely resistant. I was absolutely like, we not doing that. And the humbling part of, okay, what does this mean for me? And being able to be open to what could be there made me realize how much is needed. And I began to even just taking the step to, okay, Jessica, this is where you are right now. Okay, how do I actually just allow God to do his thing And then God began to give me ideas. Then I began to see the need. Then I began to see like, okay, this is actually what people are needing. And then of course, I end up getting the job and end up being with the eating disorder population. I was like, oh wow. And even with that, the fact of the agency I was at, they allowed me to literally host my beauty therapy group. So that even gave me practice and build my own confidence of what I can bring to the table with people that are literally my audience. So yeah, it was really cool, and I'm grateful for it.
I like that, the wrestling. A lot of times we just accept defeat. A lot of times we accept defeat. We don't wrestle through it. You know, you'd be like, well, it can only be one or the other.
I kid you not, I literally thought I was gonna be in and I would tell my husband, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna be in a corner in an office somewhere, just helping people heal, talking to couples. Like literally, that's what I thought I was gonna be doing, and it's just like it's blowing my mind even though I'm doing this now. So yeah,
yeah. And I think that's what is beautiful, because everybody has that in them if they're willing to wrestle, if they're willing to wrestle and find that uniqueness within themselves, because it's like finding that niche within the crowd. It's like standing out. And most of the time we don't want to wrestle because we don't want to be different. We don't want to have the scars. We don't want to get any strength. We don't want to do the workout, you know, that's necessary to take us to the next level, you know. So it's like, okay, I have already, you know, put the energy in to get this degree. But God said that wasn't no wrestle. That wasn't no wrestle. He said, I'm gonna have to humble you to give you a real wrestle, you know, to stretch you someplace. And there's some people on the line who understand exactly what we talk about, this wrestle, what I'm doing, especially now in COVID. You wrestling with how
you thing for people. Oh yeah, you had to pivot. If you were already pivoted and doing things, you had to pivot.
Yeah.
Create that.
Yeah. And if you didn't pivot and you're not pivoting, that means your business is dying. And that's the thing. You're not listening to God when he's saying, okay, I need you to get in a new position. Okay, I need you to get a new skill. Okay, I need you to reach some more people, because God is saying there's some people who need you in a specific area. And like you say, you talk to people's mental state, but if there is not something, a physical change they can see, some people's mind can't change. And the thing is, you've had that mental state, and then all of a sudden, wow, now I can align my mind and my outside together. Yes. And they say being a visual people, we are too as women. We have this visual thing too, because we look at ourselves. And I can remember a time where my confidence was wrapped up in clothes, in an outfit. It had, because I'm gonna take you out. This is how sad this was. I would have a whole suitcase packed for a conference. I'd have a whole suitcase packed for a conference. But on the way to the conference, I knew I was stopping at the outlet, because I was going to get me some new suits to wear to this conference. I was not going to, it was something about, or I'd already bought new outfits that I had set aside for this particular conference. It was something about, I had to be in something new, speaking for these events that new just allowed me to have a sense of confidence. You know, it was like, it was like the suit had power, or the suit was gonna give me the capability to do better. You know, it wasn't, I could just say, okay, Courtney, just show up. You can show up in a paper sack, and you know this stuff. And the thing is, I knew that stuff in my sleep. I knew, you know, it wasn't, I had already proved to myself, you know, I had did my first presentation when I was getting graded with no power, no PowerPoint, in the pitch black dark, and I knew that like it was my blood, but it was somewhere I could just say, just take the clothes you already got in the bag and drive on past that outlet. Keep going. You don't need the new shoes. You don't need the new suit. I mean, it was to the point I really should not have packed up. I could have went empty, because then I get to the conference and I go to the mall to go to the jewelry store too. So I've got jewelry, shoes, and clothes. So girl, I didn't need them, but some underwear, and I'd have been good. I could have, but as I said, I done bought another suitcase of clothes on the way. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like you said, it combines our money, it combines our habits.
Yeah, it affects all that.
Okay, what is this that I'm saying that I am confident only if I'm in something new?
I have a story over there, and my husband, he will test y'all crazy. So I actually went to the AACC, which is the American Association of Christian Counselors conference, right? Y'all, tell me why I lost my wig in transition. I was like, I literally had my cute wig. It was a lace front, y'all. It was hype, and literally lost my wig. They ended up shipping it back to me. It was crazy, but they found it. But literally going into the conference, I was like, oh my goodness. So thankfully I had a wrap, and I mean I had my natural hair out, but I was like, we ain't about to fool with this natural hair. So that's why I had the wig. And it's so crazy because I ended up meeting so many other counselors where I was able to connect, and I had to show myself rather than just like, okay, my wig is what's gonna give me that confidence. And I had to really show up and just, okay, no, Jessica, this is what we're working with. And let me connect. And I connected with so many other amazing people at that conference that with my hair wrap on and trying to just do my face up and have my little earrings on. That's what I had to work with. So no, I get that.
And now I don't do that. You know, if I can't find something in my closet to go, that I go. You know, because the thing is, it's supposed to be about my message. It's supposed to be about the impact. It's supposed to be about the change that I bring, not somebody focusing on the fashion show that's coming with the message. And so I have really matured myself past that. If somebody invite me to something, I'm not going to be like, oh, what's the color theme? Oh, you know what? You'd be like, don't do it to yourself, girl. Don't do it, because if you go there, you're going to just be messed up. And then you try to get something, you go through this whole gamut. And like you say, it affects everything. Somebody on here, amen. And so I hope it sets you all free, really, from this outer, because the word said it does not matter how much we adorn ourselves if we don't have this inner beauty. And I like to think of inner beauty as one characteristic is just self-confidence. But I mean, I know there are so many other words. So Jessica, what are some of the words or characteristics that you could say that inner beauty is?
I think inner beauty is being able to, I want to say appreciate. I want to say acceptance. I want to say it's almost euphoric. Like the things that's coming to my mind when I think about beauty and being able to experience that for yourself. And I mean, embracing it, believing it, like there's so many different things, but those are the words that come to my mind, because when I think of when I'm doing what I enjoy, when I'm helping someone feel their most beautiful, I feel beautiful, to be honest. And I don't even think that the people that sit in my chair or sit across from me, they even realize like, I actually get a sense of beauty that I'm doing what I'm purposed to do.
Yes.
Being that, and I mean, I could, no face beat. I'm just in there in the thick of it with the client, and I feel my most beautiful because I'm like, God has given me the strength and the wisdom to be here in this moment with them to be able to help them through this tough stuff. So I hope to answer your question, but that's what comes up for me.
Oh, you did. I like, because appreciation. So it's a self-appreciation that we have to have, this acceptance that we have to have. And so true. I also believe self-care helps us continue our relationships. Yeah, definitely. Self-care, first of all, help you continue to love yourself, your relationships, because you haven't poured everything outward. But then self-care helps you be the best in other relationships. So yeah, that is definitely a part of the definition for inner beauty. That's a act. Self-care is an act of love for yourself.
Yes.
But I really think I want people, if they're watching it live or they watch it, in the replay, I really want you all to give us, what do you think is inner beauty? When you meet somebody, and you're judging them according to how God judged them based on their heart, not these characteristics. When you sit down with a woman and you say, man, her jewelry slamming, man, her hair is laid, man, her face is beat. Yes, those are the things we see. Or that's a bad outfit she has on. Those are the things we see. But what are the characteristics of your beautiful friends that you have? My husband says patience and understanding. Yes, yes, those are beautiful characteristics that you have to have. So, y'all, I do. I want to put that out as an assignment. Y'all probably gonna see that on a post on social media, because I think that's an assignment we really need to have. What do we consider to be inner beauty? You know, because we surround ourselves with a lot of people. We call people our friends. And what is it that is beautiful about that person that attracts them to you? Because if they don't have any inner beauty, something about you is attracting them. So that means it's a quality in you. So if your circle, you can't identify any inner beauty in them, that says something about your level of thinking your beauty, because you're attracting, and that means you're covering yourself, and you're in this connection and covenant relationship with these different people that they don't exude beauty. They are not putting out beauty. So I really, the people in my circle, they are some beautiful people. They are some wonderful people from the heart. It's not all of this. Don't get me wrong. Some of these women are just bad to the bone because that's just what they are. You know, their hair always laid, their makeup always beat, they always in this. But their inner qualities are 100% better than the woman that you see on the outside. And that's my thing. I focus my energy on that, not the bad outfit, not the bad beat, not the laid hair, because I have to spend time with God and say, okay, control this tongue and what comes out, because what comes out is what is in the abundance of my heart. You know, a lot of people say, I apologize, what I said is wrong, but the thing is, that came from your heart. That's where you were speaking from. That's what the overflow from was. And so that's what we have to really talk about, that inner beauty. Forgiveness, not holding on to grudges. Yes, that is definitely
all of that.
Yes, yes, because your heart is really hard and messed up when all you can think about is the past. Because I mean, we can't move on in a relationship together if we don't have a sense of forgiveness.
That takes all of that.
So, Charity, you are speaking word today. I had the opportunity for my birthday. My sister's keeper. I'm trying to make sure I get it in the comment. It says, "Love yourself." You know, when you blessed, and it's from my sister's keeper. I love it. It's like it's my brain colors all on the inside, you know, but it's that. And so this morning, you know, behind the scenes, I was sipping on a little cider. This cup was really just, you know, speaking to me as well. So it's just those little things when you see them, it's those reminders. So I was like, okay, so this was part of the love yourself journey. Behind the scenes for me. And I was telling Jessica, but when we got on the line, like, my husband is burning me out of this house, y'all. Burning me up. So the reason I have to sit on this cider, it's so hot in the house. I'll be sitting here melting in the office, but I turn on my fan. So, you know, you're talking all day with the heat and the air going on. A lot of times I lose my voice about the end of the week and start sounding like a frog. So that's why I say, with that place that Beauty was talking about, we have to give ourselves that care. I have to sip on that cider and taking care of knowing that balance of dealing with this fan going on and the heat going on in the house. So it's that compromise. Other people need, y'all know I'm in the personal summer mode. So
I love what you said. I love what you said about self-care, because I think a lot of times, and this is what I enjoy educating women on, is when they think about self-care, and that, well, a lot of women I've talked to, not all, but they think of self-care as, okay, get my nails done, or okay, well, getting my, my hair done. But self-care is deeper than that. It's like making sure you go to the doctor. It's making sure, are you giving yourself sleep? Are you being like taking care of your home so you can have a comfortable environment that you can think straight? Because if those things aren't together, then you're not fully able to care for yourself. And when are you taking time to be able to do those things that really will help you function and function effectively? And I think that those things go unmentioned and unnoticed, because I know, like, if I were to go get my nails done, but then my house is not in order, then like I'm gonna come back to a mess, like I mean it's just like, but you're still, it brings just cloudiness and confusion, or just not feeling settled and at peace. And you want to have that for yourself. So I wanted to just mention that because people they just be rolling over that, and I'm like, no, sis, let's bring it back. Make sure you're taking care of the basics, because that just goes with it. That goes with the self love.
Yeah, I like that, but it was funny. I was thinking like, you got your nails done in your house, and they say, no, now you can mess up your nails and clean your house. Out of order, but and sometimes self care might look like you need some help.
Yes.
Yeah, because self care might mean I need somebody to come in and do my dishes or clean the house for me, because I need to just be able to relax. But realize the limitations. If you are not financially in that place, do not add an extra burden of stress to your life because you want to do that.
Yeah.
You're making the sacrifices to do that. Yeah, of course, I would like to have somebody come and clean my kitchen every night. I love to cook, but I hate to clean. So right now, my husband is the kitchen cleaner, but I know he like, now I go to work every day and you expect me to do dishes. You expect him to eat, so we got to expect somebody to do these dishes.
Like,
it's like we got to have some boundaries somewhere. So, self-care really does. It means it's setting some boundaries, it's setting some organization, it's setting some structure. And like you say, it's not always about what you're spending. Those are some of the actions that's pampering. But yeah, a lot of times we missing all our sleep. And that is not self-care. You're struggling. Yeah, because I know some of you all are multitasking. You're in school right now. You might be teaching something. You might be doing a 9 to 5. You might have a 5 to 9 too. You got 4 or 5 different things going on your plate. But the thing is, one thing that you cannot not have is rest. And I know a lot of people talking about here, I'll rest when I'm dead. Rest is for this. No, God said have rest, and if we are not being obedient to that, He is going to definitely lay us down and make us have rest in a different kind of way.
You're not going to have longevity. You're not going to have longevity. And that's just the thing. We are in this body that we need to take care of, that God given us to take care of, and you have to rest. And there's a difference between sleep and rest. So are you getting quality rest and sleep? So absolutely.
Yeah. So I believe that. And so I personally, I love you as a makeup artist. I love you as a therapist. And is the true transparency of not feeling that you have to be a fake person to be around other people. I know, a lot of places feel like they have to be better than the people that they come in. My hair got to be laid, my face got to be laid in order for me to work on somebody else, situation. And you limit yourself from reaching people because you're uncomfortable. But that tells you that person has some other work they need to do as well. So let's do that inner work. I'm not saying this, I don't want to be about just women, because I know we have men on the line. We need to find our inner beauty. I know the scripture is talking about mostly women when they're talking about, the hair, the outward adornment. But the world that we live in, men, y'all be showing up good about your hair, y'all jewelry, y'all put on, and the clothes and the adornment. Now y'all got just as many labels and stores and whatnot as we have. So don't make this scripture just to be about women. It is men. You need to find your inner self. And if beauty turns you off because you don't want to be a beautiful man, but I tell you, you want to have a gentle spirit and a quiet voice so that people can see the beauty within you. You can be handsome outside, you can be GQ, you can be fly, all of those masculine words. But the thing at the end of the day, you want that inner self beauty that we're talking about, because it doesn't matter. You can actually put an Armani on it, a Rolex time. You can do all the shaving and be laid and go to the most gentlemanly places. But as soon as you speak and your attitude and your disposition, people are turned off behind that GQ persona that you put on. So I people to know, people see the real you.
You want to be what you attract. You want to attract. Lord, I'm messing it up. You want to be who you want to attract.
Yeah. Now, if you're trying to attract a facade or you trying to attract
Right.
fakeness, that's a whole different level. But and you know what? You know, that made me think about Jessica, another challenge. Can everybody just show up one day in a plain t-shirt? Can we do the white t-shirt, the black t-shirt today? Just a plain t-shirt. You know, we don't have to be suited up. We don't have to be dressed up. You know, can we just do that? Everybody just take a picture one day and say, this is me. I'm happy without being in the suit, without being all dressed up. You know, are we so caught up? Because I know I have been. It's that place. Yes, Jessica, because vibe attracts her crowd. Her vibe, she just has that vibe that vibrates and attracts those people that just really want to be connected to her. She does, because it's authentic and it's real. And so that's the place that you want to be, where you are attracting that type of people. So I enjoy you. I enjoy the magnet. That means you fix the you, that you're attracting people you want to be like. Uh-oh, we lost Jessica. I don't know if her internet whatnot went out. Hopefully she popped back in with us. But I'm for you all who are on the line, Jessica, when we're talking about this beauty therapist, is doing the inner work so that it shows on the outside. So that is the wonderful and the beautifulness of it. And I do want you all to go back and read that scripture, 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 through 4, and really marinate on that, so that you can become the word. You can walk out the word. All right. Beauty is back with us. Something happened. She popped out.
Sorry.
We lost you for a minute there.
I know.
Yeah, but I was just telling them to go back and really read 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 to 4, so that word, they can become that word. So we just don't become people who glance over. Every scripture is there for a very specific purpose. It is to actually change us and make us, and really meditate on that. So what is it? What have you become so superficial with? You know, and all of us have. Like I said, I had to admit, I didn't even realize I had a problem with the outlet. You know, I was just thought, oh, okay, I can afford it. I can do it. It makes me feel good. But that's a problem, because, you know, I could have really been spending that money on something else, doing something else with it. Not just more valuable for me, but more valuable for others. Imagine how many people didn't have clothes at all. And I'm telling you, I had a problem. I had enough clothes that I could go 2 years without wearing the same thing. That's I'm telling you.
2 years? Oh my goodness.
I used to have so many clothes.
Do your husband have any closet space?
Well, no, I said I used to. I don't like well, because when I left my corporate world job, I had my son. He came out and cleaned out everything that represented corporate world. So I mean,
wow.
So I mean, I'm talking about, I probably gave away 20 bags of suits to the church.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like I was suited down, me and Casper and Liz, and that's what I'm saying. I had a problem, but I was sure. I mean, and I had at least 3-4 pairs of shoes. My husband on here talking about I'm telling the truth. He know. And so that meant you had 3-4 pair of shoes to go with every outfit, you know, so you can mix the outfit up, you know. So it was just like,
oh, that sounds like my mom. She ain't cleaned out her closet yet, though.
Well, okay. Well, if my mom on here, I'm sorry, I got it from you, Mama. I know you used to run us to the outlet, but I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. Because this has become my level of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know, just I was not a shopping addict, you know, because I didn't go shopping like every week or something like that.
Yeah.
But an event came up and I felt like, oh, okay. And then it was the point I just couldn't make up my mind and get one. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get 3 outfits, and then I'm gonna figure out which one of these just make me feel the best on that day.
So how did you end up building your confidence then? Like what was that turning point for you?
That turning point for me was actually that trip when I realized I shouldn't have took any clothes with me at all. That trip when I was like, now I packed all of this stuff from the house. I got all these clothes now. I got all these clothes, and it wasn't that I was afraid that had nobody seen them, because the thing is, these I probably wore all this stuff last year. I mean, because I kept up with my clothes and rotated them in the closet to make sure I never wore the same thing. So that's how I knew. That's what I'm telling you. I had a problem. I knew I had because I could rotate my stuff like that and not be seen in it. So I'm like, they don't remember this stuff. This was all from last year. And I mean, of course, it was blended in with the new stuff. So I was like, it wasn't. I was afraid that somebody's like, oh, you had that on last week when you did or something like that. It was just. I was so wrapped up and knew the tag it meant, so it was just like, okay, girl, you got 2 years worth of closet at home and you just bought another 6-7 outfits, shoes, jewelry, suit. Like, okay, girl, you got some issues. Stop pulling the reins. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, this is got to stop. Mm-hmm. This is stopping. And then another thing happened. I fell down some stairs and messed up some shoes. And I mean, I loved these shoes, Jessica. I'm talking about, I love these shoes. I drove 4 hours to Destin, Florida to get these shoes. They were 4
hours?
This was the only place I'm telling you, we have to understand what our beauty is wrapped up in, our confidence. I mean, these shoes, they were some new shoes, I'm telling you, made by Naturalizers. I held on to these shoes no matter they were scuffed up, had drops of blood. I held on them for so long as if the blood was going to magically disappear off these shoes. But I mean, let me tell you, this could be a Naturalizer commercial. I mean, these shoes were so bad because they went with everything, because they were that natural. They just fit to perfection. They were like a 4-inch heel. They made me look extra super skinny. So I was just like the bomb bad. Yes. I was like, now this chick can't even wear heels no more. And I'm holding on to something that I can't even use or wear anymore.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a realization. You're just holding on to stuff or buying more stuff that you don't even have a need or really a desire or a want for. So there is a place that we need to make some adjustment. Yeah. So I went probably through our first 3-4 years of marriage, probably not buying anything at all, to finally my husband said, oh, isn't it time for you to update your So it was that, those 4 years of us really being married that I was like, okay, I'm going to behave. I'm not going to just go get new stuff. I'm going to wear the same old stuff. I'm going to just recycle it, mix and match it with something else. And I'm like, I am comfortable in this. Even if I put on the same outfit I'm comfortable in this. It don't bother me. If somebody else got a problem with it, it's them. I mean, it's clean. It's clean.
Right.
I'm clean. I showed up. So
you look professional. You good.
Yeah. So what is your problem with it? And I had said to my husband said, if somebody got a problem with it, they can buy me something else.
That part.
Yeah. That part. So, and that's when that level of confidence comes, when you say, okay, I got too much stuff.
Yeah.
I got 2 bags now because I got to buy an extra piece of luggage to get this stuff back. So it's like, I'm doing too much. So, and that was that breaking point. And it's some people out there, y'all know y'all doing too much too. Whatever it is, when you can look around and you can say, I don't even have a place to put this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Whether, I mean, we all got these things that we collect. We call ourselves, we collectors of, but is that really where you get your confidence from? Is that what, makes you feel good? So we have to be careful with all of these tangible things that we're picking up is really where our confidence is entangled to, like the wig, the hair, are we afraid, to cut our hair? Are we afraid to color and do something different because we've become, that's our confidence is put into that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're poet.
Yeah, so I like you asking me that, you would give me my little decision. What was your breaking point? But, I mean, some people, some women and some men on here, they can really relate to, what is your breaking point? What is some stuff that you hold that is actually holding you hostage, to some other things,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you holding on to? What is that, where does that come from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, we'll label it a whole bunch of other things to justify it, but what is the, the real issue that we're going through? So, is it the clothes that's making you feel pretty? Or is it the new, or can you be in your bare old clothes and say, I'm still the bomb.com, not in that trendy stuff? So,
yeah.
I've reached the bomb.coms. Just, I feel like I'm all that in a bag of chips. So,
yes,
but,
ma'am.
so, but I want everybody on the line, but Jessica, definitely tell them how they can reach you, how they connect with you, because I want them to feel that experience that I have when I come get beat, when I come get beautified. So to get that refreshing, that pumping, to get ready for an event. And if y'all don't know, if you a speaker, if you a coach, if you get ready to take some pictures, that particular time is when you need somebody who just gonna take you to that next level.
Absolutely. So you all can definitely find me on my website. It's the Beauti Therapist, and the way I spell Beauti Therapist is the BEAUTI instead of a Y therapist. So you can also follow me on social media, which is all the same on Instagram and on Facebook, but I'm more so on Instagram than Facebook. But ultimately, it's looking up the Beauti Therapist, BEAUTI therapist. So also you can email me if you do have any questions. It's info@the Beauti Therapist as well, and that's where you can reach me. I'm really excited about this new transition. So I am in private practice where I'm taking on some new clients that I love. My clients, they're amazing, and I'm having some clients that's graduating. So, and what I mean by graduating is therapy is not meant to or have to be for years and years and years. If you're ready to do the work, you can get it done. And I have some clients that have done just that. They've done the work and they are graduating. So I want people to work me out of a job. So I have some clients graduating. So if you're needing actual therapy, I'm open for that. But also if you're wanting to have that beauty experience and involved and see the woman that you are coming and are being, you can also go to my website and book a beauty session with me where you get your makeup done. Yeah.
You have a new program coming out.
I do. Thank you for mentioning that, because I was like, hold on, I feel like there was something else. So okay. Let me break this down, y'all. I'm super excited. So I actually have a and I will be doing self-love coaching. So it's a little bit different than therapy, but it's a self-love group coaching where I will be able to walk you through the kickstart your self-love journey, or if you just need a confidence boost and be able to deal with some of those aspects that's been holding you back from truly loving yourself. And it's a 6-week program, and I actually am making that live tomorrow, where you can so you can actually go ahead and go onto the page, register, see what it's all about, and you can actually email me if you're like, Jessica, just send me the link. But I will have it live on my website tomorrow, and I'm super excited. So if you're interested in that, definitely contact me, and I would love to share it with you, because we about to do some healing, about to get into some of that stuff and help you kickstart your self-love journey in that way. So yeah.
See, Jessica's gonna cheat us out the kickstart. Yeah.
I'm sorry. And it's called Beauty and Soul Makeover program. So it's 6 weeks, and I'm sorry. I don't want to jip y'all. Like, I want y'all to know.
Y'all know I'm gonna get the link for you all. I'm gonna put it here on the page, so she gonna share Beauty and Soul with us. So if and then I will add it to the description here. So if you watch it on YouTube, Facebook, website, you'll get to see. I'm gonna add the link here, so that way you won't miss the kickstart. She did not remember. Sometimes I remind people about their own wonderfulness. They be driving. She does out the wonderfulness.
I'm sorry. But thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. I got y'all. I got you.
But you know what? I love it when you need to remind people about the things and the programs they have, and they're really here just really to pour into the audience and really to share with us. So I love that. If you all have never read what the mission of this show is to connect you all with coaches that have strategies that they can give you to have your best relationship. So it's about the connection. So if you're in that place and you need that kickstart, please connect with Jessica.
Please.
Do not allow yourselves to sit back and say, okay, but this was just entertainment. They laughed, they chuckled. This is supposed to be some where you can say, okay, I can take that and apply that in my life.
Yes.
I can see where that can actually help me. So it was one main thing that I want to make sure that everybody, if you just jumping in, kind of closing in, how some people do. Oops, I forgot about that. The show was on. I'm here at the end. I want you to remember the thing today is first to go back and read 1 Peter chapter 3, 3-4, so you understand the inner beauty that you need to be working on. And then I wanted you to take the time and write some characteristics of inner beauty. What are the people around you? What does inner beauty look like around you? And then you need to take an assessment.
Good.
You don't have inner beauty around you. What do you have inside of you? So begin to write some of those characteristics down, do some of that work, and just meditate on that word. So I thank you all for tuning in to another facet of love today about that inner beauty we're talking about in this month. I always take it as an honor that you all tune in on Saturday from 11 to 12, because I know you could still be asleep, you could be eating, you could be doing a whole lot of things other than listening to us right now. The most important thing I want you to know at the end, your yesterday, today is better. Today is better than your yesterday. So that means you need to put some effort and say, I expected to be, do the work. Do not get caught up on yesterday. Today is better. This moment. So let us all journey on this relationship journey that we have our best relationship with God, ourselves, and then others, so that we can move on this relationship journey in a smooth way. And I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday, same time, same place at 11 o'clock. And I thank you, Jessica, for pouring into our audience today.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy myself.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Charity, for joining us. And always is my husband blessing us. And for the people who have showed up that didn't want to engage, but have showed up and given us our time. And I appreciate you all.